So that has been very concerning for me, and obviously disappointed that we've got to this stage whereby we're talking about this. And I would have preferred that there had been a conversation as a federal member here in Fowler, whereby my electorate covers a large. There's a large population in my electorate who are of Chaldean, of Mandaean, of Assyrian and Syrian Christian faith who have escaped the ISIS regime. So, as you can appreciate, and I'm sure you've heard our Mayor, Frank Carboni, spoke in your program yesterday, who's very passionate about the issue as well. So we have obviously been left in the dark, not knowing, and we can only speak from what we heard in the media, and we don't want to do that. We would love to have a dialogue around this issue to alleviate the fears in our community.
There's been no offer of a meeting from the Home Affairs Minister or officials to give you and council and state leaders some sort of information?
Nothing at all, Chris. So, I mean, as the government, they should know that when it comes to an issue like this, it's so sensitive. As I said, one of the most multicultural and multi-faith here
just
in
on that,
Fowler
Di,
electorate.
just on that, Di, sorry to jump in there, but when you talk about this knowledge and looking after this situation, won't it be those communities themselves that will know these people when they resettle? They'll know who they are and where they are, and those communities then will actually provide the support that they'll desperately need. I mean, what I'm saying is that won't this all have to be out in the open among the community eventually anyway?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, it's obviously, we don't know where they'll be settled. We don't know, in terms of their involvement back in when they chose to go back, with their. I believe my understanding was that they accompanied their husbands to go and fight
Some of them, yeah.
With ISIS. So I don't know in terms of what community they belong to here, other than obviously, somewhere in Western Sydney, southwest Sydney. And like I said, in Fowler, we've got a large proportion that are of those families who escaped the ISIS state, and those who, and not just the families here, the Australian men and women who went and fought. During that time, as you can recall. So can you imagine the families of those Australian personnel as well? The whole situation would have kind of been very discomforting and concerning for them. Yeah,
we all know it's a very difficult situation, but we can all understand why you and those communities in your area will want to know more and deserve to know more. Let us know, Di, if you do hear anything back from the government by way of a briefing.
Absolutely, Chris, I will do.
Di Lee there, the independent member for Fowler in the southwestern suburbs of Sydney.